Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening for some of you. Welcome to the Collector's Corner. I'm Father Christmas, aka Santa Claus. Just sitting back, chilling, taking a look at some of my books that I have set aside here to look at. I know there's the FIFA World Cup going on, so it's going to be kind of a quiet day for many of us. But overall, I think it's going to be a crackerjack day. So I think I'll relax and listen to a little bit of music while we're waiting. Oh, that's right, too. For our American friends, it's Thanksgiving weekend here coming up. And a happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Well, Dolls Dolly, we were going to have to check that out. Mrs. C's made me a nice little mug. Take my gloves off here and enjoy this. Christopher Ty, welcome. There we go. Enjoy myself a nice beverage. A steaming cup of cocoa. Goes really well. So I'm wondering how Canada is faring against the Belgians in the FIFA World Cup today. I heard they were doing fairly well earlier. Very, very relaxed today. If anybody wants to come up and chat with me, by all means, you're more than welcome. Take it easy today. I'm currently in the middle of getting a bunch of videos out for some children across this wide world that would like to have a little chit chat with me. And they're starting to come in. I'll be posting them in my other channel. I see Canada's come out with another Charlton catalog. I'm going to have to update mine. I'm still working on one of the older catalogs. This is the 2020 version I've been looking at. And the standard catalog comes out with both the Numismaniac version, which is this one here, the older coins, and one for the mint coins, which I also have too. And that's quite handy to have. So what's everybody up to today? Easy listening. This is kind of the calm before the storm. A lot of things happening right now. Oh, prepping for Thanksgiving. Yeah, up here in Canada, as many of you know, we did our Thanksgiving in October. But Mrs. C, she caught me off guard. This year for Christmas, we are not going to be celebrating Christmas in the outside the old workshop here. We're actually going to be visiting. Yes, Santa has children. I'm going to be spending Christmas with one of my children and their family. And this is the first time in half a century where I don't have to cook. I help Mrs. C with everything but the baking. She does all the baking, and she doesn't have to do any of the baking this year too. So I'm being spoiled this year. Yes. First day of 5 days of shifts at work. Yes, I remember them all so well. Over the course of my years, I've probably worked just about every shift there is known to man, including mids, dogs, days, 7-3, 7-4, 12 on, 12 off, 4-day compressed work week, split shifts, straight nights, straight afternoons, straight days. And I must admit, of all the shifts that I ever worked, I think the best ones was the 12. It was a 12-hour spread, but you would work, say, 6 hours, and you get 3 hours off, and then you go back to work for another 3. Which a lot of people like, oh my goodness, that's inconvenient. But you know what? The 3 hours you get off, you can go to the gym. You can go home and have a nap, rest up. And actually, I found that split shift was easier on me, especially when I actually went to the gym. That was lovely, going and soaking in a hot tub and the sauna and relaxing. And then that short shift at the end was pretty easy. You can answer that yourself. Yeah, with the it's like the children there. They say, "Oh, I've done this wrong. I've done that wrong." But really, minor infractions, children make mistakes just like we adults do. And as long as they make amends and try not to do it again, then they don't fall off the list. They stay on the nice list. Oh, yes. Risakoko. Interesting handle. Good morning to you too. Oh, we've got someone come up here. We got. Well, look who's here.
It's me. Hello, everybody.
Oh, how are you?
How are you? How did the game go?
You don't look very elf-like. I have no idea.
What?
I have no idea. I tried to look it up on YouTube, and I got what looked like a computer game that they were playing.
YouTube, and you got it on TV. You should have it on TV.
I don't use normal television.
Oh, well, you played really well.
I have Santavision, but that all I got to look at are Christmas specials.
You played really well. The only thing you did wrong was didn't score. You had over 20 odd shots on goal. And we have Christopher Ty, Austrian Stacker, with Choco.
That's a weird looking hat you have.
How are you, Christopher Ty? I can't see the top of the chat, so I apologise. I hope everyone's having a good time anyway. It was a really good game. You missed a good game. Missed a penalty though, but never mind. Euro Coin Hunt. So how is Mr. Austrian Stacker doing?
Austrian Stacker? Can you hear me? I'm not Austrian Stacker.
That's Euro.
I just wanted to check in because I promise.
He promised. He's promised something.
He promised something.
I promise I will not be naughty anymore.
Oh, that's what you mean.
I'm happy if you just try not to be naughty.
I try not to be good.
We're human beings. At least most of us.
You're a magical being.
I am now.
But Austrian Stacker's in there.
Yes.
Who is Austrian Stacker? Who is Austrian Stacker?
Euro Coin Hunt just disappeared just long enough that he could say that he was going to stay off the list.
Who's in the chat?
Who is Austrian Stacker?
Oh, hang on a minute.
And there he was, gone. Very interesting. I think I should put a little thing up here to help that misguided elf that's wearing the wrong hat. Where are our banners here? There you go. That should help him out a little bit. Well, your signal does have to travel a long, long way. Yeah, I have been doing so much wrapping. It's kind of nice to be able to sit back and enjoy chit-chatting with everybody. Yes, it's very nice to meet you too, Risa Coco. Or is it Choco? Risa Choco? Actually, Santa is got his slippers on. His boots are sitting in the box right over there. I'm looking at them. Yeah, Mrs. C would not appreciate me wearing my boots in the house. Risa Choco. I try to get the names right because under my Numismaniac nomenclature, it's people can usually call it Numismatic and all kinds of things. They don't quite get it right because it's an odd word. Interesting configuration based on a crazy coin hunter, Numismaniac. So, Risa Choco. I'm wondering what you're trying to say from that. Is that something that you enjoy eating, or is that an interesting name from a foreign land? Yeah, we're having a lot of trouble up here in the North Pole with our not the internet so much as the equipment that we're using is pretty outdated. So we're utilizing a lot of our cell phones to do our videos. There he is. Oh, I wait. Wiggle your head a little bit. I heard a bell ring. An angel's getting its wings.
No, that's that was Evie walking around.
See, there is a reason. See, just like when I utilize Numis, that's coins. You have Choco because you like chocolate.
No, I love to eat chocolate. That's why I use the name chocolate.
Have you ever had chocolate?
He's on his way to work now. He just let us know that he'd be over for the games tomorrow. So,
which is that Steve?
Yeah. Yeah, he just because obviously he leaves before he has to go to work. So the game, he leaves as late as he possibly can, and he's got like a 40-minute drive to work. So he has to leave just after half time just to get into, and he's like clocking in as his buzzer goes off. But he left a little bit later today. But he wanted to know how the game went because it was like 1-0. So, but as I said, Canada done really, really well. It was just their final finish that let them down, but they were against potential winners, you know, the favourites to win the World Cup. So
overall, Canada lost.
Yeah, but they made Belgium work hard for it. They did. It wasn't a pushover like today when Spain played Costa Rica and beat them 6-0. So, yeah. So 1-0 was. You can take that as a win, really.
That is a tough game. That really is.
And it's been inspired by the Canadian girls. who won bronze in the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know that, did you?
No, I'm not big on sport unless it's dog sledding or curling.
Dog sledding, ice hockey.
A little bit ice hockey. I do have some.
Bowling.
I lean towards the Edmonton Oilers, and believe it or not, I really like the Vegas Knights.
Do you know what? I think that the who's the Oilers? Who's Oilers?
Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, the Edmonton Oilers. It sounds slick or crude.
No, your joke was crude.
Well, either way, I hope they don't slip up while they're playing the games and play well.
Don't slip up. Oh my goodness. I love your slapstick.
Oh, thanks. It's it's just normal lips.
Slapstick.
I know. Your acquaintance says, dogging. Sorry for the big delay. Austrian Stacker. Who else is here? I'm pretty sure I saw somebody else.
Oh, did you read the ticker? Today's ticker?
No.
What does it say?
Ticker.
The ticker tape below.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Direct from the North Pole, the skipper will return after Christmas. Oh, yeah. Was that aimed at me there, Skip? Was I in your crosshairs? Was I? Scott. I keep telling you, Skipper won't be back till Christmas. There's no need to remind you now. Hey, Scott.
We're just elfing around here.
Yeah. He's mouthing at me all the time. So I have to let Silver off. I got to get this in, while he's happy before he has to go out for one night of the year and work hard. Hey, Nicole. Oh, I got a question to ask you.
We have Newfoundland online.
I got a question to ask you, Mr. Santa. How was your crib game?
My cribbage?
Yeah, your cribbage.
Actually, that sticky guy from Wales actually beat me. He was lucky. He was very lucky.
Are you sure you're just not giving him an easy session and saying,
no.
As it's in the Christmas spirit, let you win.
If I made it too easy on you, what are you going to learn? So I got.
That one's going to be winning. You should have played better.
I played. Me?
I'd love to give you a game of cribbage. I really would.
If you wish to play me cribbage, I'd be more than willing to play.
Okay, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll have to find out how to do it.
Well, the way we do it is chit chat on Discord, and we play on Facebook on the cribbage game on Facebook.
Right. Okay.
All right, and that way we can chit chat back and forth, make fun of each other, and rib each other while we're playing.
We do that anyway. I mean.
Oh yes, but if you're playing, once you get it set up, it's a piece of gâteau.
Okay, so it's a piece of lovely chocolate cake, gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you're gonna eat and mess me, are you, when you play cribbage against me? Neil's in the house. I'm pretty sure I've missed people in the chat. If I've missed you guys, I'm so sorry. I have not been in long because I've watched the full game of Canada playing Belgium.
Yes, thank you for doing that for us.
I was supporting Canada today because I love the underdogs. I love watching underdogs when they rip into a side that has no exposure and they spend 1 minute on that team and then 15 minutes on the best team and the underdogs win. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like Japan today winning, Saudi Arabia winning, US drawing against the Welsh. Loved it.
And who won it? Won U.S. or Wales?
They drew.
Oh, they drew.
Yeah.
I thought they were playing football, not painting.
Yeah, it's paint by numbers. Rock Butcher. Yeah, we're talking about football. No, Canada didn't win. Belgium won 1-0. But because it's a 1-0, you have to watch the game. That Canada played absolutely amazing. Absolutely, really impressed. The only thing that let them down, I think, was the occasion. You know, they haven't been in the World Cup since 1938. They had a penalty against the best goalkeeper in the world. You know, they had a penalty. And obviously, I think the occasion just took it away a little bit because he kept looking up at the big screen and just forgetting about it and just taking the shot. And of course, the heat as well. It's like playing in a volcano. And you guys, you know, you play football with snowmen. So it's a bit of a difference, you know what I mean? It was a bit of fire and ice. So,
well, when I heard they're going to be playing in guitars, I was wondering if someone was trying to string me along.
No, only the toys mate string you along. All little bits.
And no, not 2-1. It was 1-0.
1-0 to Belgium. And Belgium only had about 8-9 shots on goal. Canada had 24 shots.
So they've got to start working on their aim.
Yeah. I think what it is, I think the occasion, I think the final ball, you know, it's that anxious, you know, you want to get the shot off as quick as you can because you know you've got other players running at you.
Right.
The occasion, it's a big occasion. It's the biggest occasion in the world, and all the cameras are on you. You don't obviously you're going to get that, you know, when you're playing with Montreal and Toronto, and you're going to. But you know that's a different. This is a different ball game. You know, you get 3 games to go into the next round. So I think you're going to destroy Morocco without a shadow of a doubt. You know, Croatia's not the team they were 4 years ago or even 10 years ago. So I think you'd be all right. You get 4 points at least, and that should put you through for the next round. But yeah, it was a good game, and we got USA on Friday. That's going to be a toughie, I tell you. It's going to be a toughie, that one. No, but Wales shouldn't be a problem. We beat them loads of times before, so. And they call it Gareth Bale FC. They've only got 1 player, well maybe 2. They got Joe Allen, who used to play for Liverpool many years ago.
Rock Butcher says, how they can miss a net that size is beyond me.
You didn't see one of their shots. I don't know. They actually whacked it over the stadium.
Honestly, yeah, they probably could do a lot more drills. But when you're looking at running down a field, no, I played football, and you run down that field, it's exhausting. And you get down there, you know where you're trying to kick, but sometimes that ball just doesn't connect to your foot in the right spot.
No, you got to hit the sweet spot all the time.
Yeah.
I played football. Didn't like the game. I hated football. I can't stand it. Well, I love the World Cup. I hated playing it from 8 years old all the way up to I was probably 36, 40, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I hated every second of it, trust me. But I still never let the team down. I still give it all. You know, I played for the school teams. I played for the Wiltshire League. I played in Sunday League. I even managed the team. I played 5-a-side, 6-a-side, refereed. So, do you know what? It's going to be a good bet. 2-2, I reckon, for England. If England's on a good day, I think England will win. We just got, but America's got such a fit side, a really fit side, and the Canadians really fit guys, really athletic. And I think that's what probably
cold.
worn Belgium down.
Yeah, it's that cold that they have to play in.
Yeah, had that warm blood going in. See, I bet they're going to be feeling it tomorrow, though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It's good fun. I love the atmosphere. I love like, you know, but we played a game management against Union. We all retired to the bar. There was this one game I can't remember playing in, and I went out. I forgot I had a game, and this is when I used to drink, and I went out nightclubbing with my mates, and oh my god, I don't remember much of it. Okay, and somehow I got home because I would never drink and drive, obviously, and I got home. My eldest brother rings me up and says, "Where's Dale? We need him." And I don't know who picked me. I don't even know who got me dressed, to be honest. Because all they told me is that you're not going to be playing for nearly 4 games. I went, okay, I'm not bothered. Let's get off my nose. I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the score was. Apparently, they led me up against the post and played.
Well, I'm certainly glad you had the elf controlled when you were drinking elf shandies.
Yeah, I had no elf control back then. And they said, "Oh, you're barred from 4 games." I went, "All right, no problem." There's not punishment for you, is it? No. I mean, you ain't got to get up in a cold winter's morning to go and play stupid football. Yeah, man. Those are the days. No, I wasn't a dancer, mate. I leave that to the reindeers.
Yeah, he was not a dancer or a prancer.
No, it was not.
But if you ask Zoe, he was probably a vixen.
I used to be a hold up. I used to hold up the bar or a prop.
Uh-oh, that's Alexander Smith popping in.
I don't know what Alex is talking about. He's not even in the World. They're not even in the World Cup, Scotland. Only joking.
They must feel really guilty about that.
Yeah, it's okay. No, Scotland's got a good side, actually. They just, oh man, they have got a good side. Who's it? Is it Ali McCoyce is doing the commentating? He was going, "Oh, I would do this, I would do that," and I look back and I think, you didn't even do anything. You know, the only thing you ever did was go on game shows.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Scottish,
okay,
did Taffy Coins ever tell you that in his job he was dealing with one of the major banks, and he had to pick up the phone, customer service, and talk to people. Now, much like they have most of the customer service boards in Pakistan and whatnot, he had them in Wales, and he has, of course, a Welsh accent. So what he told me just about knocked me off my chair. He says, I get someone on the line that doesn't understand my accent. I just book them over to my Scottish co-worker.
Yeah, I remember you saying that now.
You're going
Yeah.
from Welsh to Scottish. The guy's gonna hate you. Yeah. Well, Taffy ended up on the naughty list for that one though.
I remember him saying that when we was on Discord.
I think that is hysterical.
Alex goes, Neil says, actually, you got a question there. Rock Butcher says, Santa, can you name the 10 reindeer?
There isn't 10. There's only 8 and 9 with Rudolph. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. And on foggy days, we got Rudolph. So good try. Try to catch me with 10. We don't have 10. We got a lot of spares, but they've been spending the last couple 100 years in doing reindeer games.
Yeah.
And we do spice them up.
What was that with? Like Rocket?
No, a little bit of mulled wine. It's funny as heck watching them.
It's when reindeer sneeze makes me laugh. Their antlers.
Olive. Oh my goodness, Olive. That's
all their
that's an American made up one that they come up with. Olive.
Must be that oil again.
There was one other one they did with one of the major department stores. I forget which one it was. They dreamt up something else too. The sleigh cannot handle that many reindeer.
I mean, this sleigh is years old, so
No, it's been updated. It's been updated. It's not too bad. It's got the hot cocoa dispenser in there now, and it's got a better Wi-Fi's in there right now. Much better.
Santa. Santa.
Read down there. See? Read.
I know. You see, it's that oil. I have a slip of the tongue. Forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I know what it is now. Okay, we say it's been upgraded, but that's
Depends on what company did the upgrade.
Wi-Fi.
I understand where you're coming from.
We say it's got Wi-Fi in it and all that. We just call it luck. Santa won't notice. That's down in the old engineering lab. We say Santa won't notice.
Neil says, so Dale, Zoe being a punk rocker, laugh out loud. I want to see what she says.
Oh yeah. When I mean punk rocker, she gets a punk and rocks him like that.
Yeah, definitely.
No, Zoe wasn't. What was that? I don't remember anything like that.
You did say.
Did I? When?
Last week.
I don't remember
You
that.
said it off.
So you were a punk rocker?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Zoe was having difficulties in the kitchen, so they because she was putting too much salt in the food. So they put her on putting batteries into all the toys. But the North Pole police came along and they put her in jail. You know what for? Salt and battery.
Well, it wasn't long enough there, so.
Zoe's going, I don't get it.
BC Treasure Trails. Ahoy, bases. Skipper is sailing 7 seas. No, he's flying the 7 skies.
Skipper is trying to convince his spouse to come up with enough to get him a Garrett. No, I won't get overboard, but a Garrett would really be nice.
I think you deserve a Garrett. Go out there to
I
detect
think
in.
Garrett does. I can make anything I want, but
Oh yeah. Shaz always has her hair spiked up.
You what?
You got it up now. Look. Shall I show you a picture what I done earlier? Shall I show you the picture I done?
No, I won't.
All right.
If I was you.
I'll let you into a little secret, okay?
I was you.
Yesterday, Zoe had the ambulance called on her yesterday. She went very well yesterday.
oh,
And she had some tests today, didn't you? She's got to go for a lot of tests and new tablets and stuff.
so she's a bit testy today then.
Yeah, she's a bit testy, all right. Yeah, Johnny had it spiked up to get the signal for the TV. You know what mums and missus are like? They don't let you in on anything until it's last minute. Isn't that right, Skipper?
That is so. That is so true.
And when it's too late, you know, you've got the ambulance being called on them. But Alex likes that one. It's on battery.
What is a ghost's favorite football position?
Oh, I know this one. Oh, man. Go on.
The ghoulie.
Of course it is.
Why can't Cinderella play football?
Because she plays in glass slippers.
No, because she's always running away from the ball.
Ah, that's a good one. I got one for you. Why can't submariners play football?
I'm
Too many
curious.
clubs.
Oh,
Oh dear.
No, I'll watch that in a bit, Neil. Totally cheesy jokes. Today was my happy birthday for yesterday there, Rock Butcher. And happy Thanksgiving for Friday, if I miss anybody, obviously.
for all our United States friends, yes, of course. What lights up a football stadium?
I was going to say floodlights, but you know, that's just a trivia question, but that's not the joke.
Football match?
That's good. I like that one. No, it didn't, Alex. Never had to. So
Alexander's trying.
100 gallons of gas of it. 1,000 gallons.
Which football player has the biggest cleats?
The biggest pleats.
Cleats.
Oh, cleats. I don't know.
The one with the biggest feet.
I like that one. That's good.
Why do football players do so well in school?
Oh, go on
Because they know how to use their heads.
then. Do they? They don't use it very well on the pitch, and
Why did the football player bring string to their game?
to tie the holes in the nets.
Nice try. So they could tie the score.
Ah, that's a good one. I like that one.
How do birds cheer on their favorite football team?
They tweet along.
Nice try. They egg them on.
They egg them on. We call that over here probably. So it's probably the same as you as abuse. Oh, God.
What time is it when an elephant steps on a football?
Foul play. I don't know.
Time to get a new ball.
Time to get a new ball.
Why did the defensive soccer player cross the road? Sorry, it's football.
To go get his ball back.
No, to get to the other slide.
There should have been. Why did the defensive player slip up on snow to get to the other side?
Because he was stapled to the chicken.
That's probably about right. Because he was stapled to the chicken. That's even funnier.
Oh my goodness. What do you call a person who walks back and forth screaming 1 minute, then sits down weeping uncontrollably the next?
The manager.
That's actually not a bad answer. It's the football coach.
It's like a big child going.
Two football teams play a game against each other. The home team wins, but not a single man from either team score a goal. How can this be?
Well, that does happen. That happened with France. Yeah, I know, but because the other team didn't turn up, but France did, they actually won. All they had to do was kick off, and the game lasted 2.5 seconds.
You do know this is a joke, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do.
Let me refresh your memory.
I don't know the answer.
Long-winded.
I'm just saying.
Two football teams play a game against each other. The home team wins, but not a single man from either team scored a goal. How can this be?
Because it was a bee, not people.
No. The answer is it was a women's football team.
It's a riddle, not a joke. Which English football team never plays a home game? Well, that'd be Arsenal. Oh, they scored a touchdown. No, which English football team never plays? Never, it's Arsenal. They don't. It's the only team in the Premiership that doesn't actually have a area like Swindon or Fulham.
Silver Knight Kyle sneaking in the house. Why was the magician the captain of the football team?
Because he was just magic on the ball.
Yeah, nice try. He was the best at hat tricks.
Because it just got go Tottenham. Tottenham's my second team. Grimsby Town even. Well, you can say that about Man City, Man United as well, because Man City is in the centre, but it's actually right out of the city.
What do you get when you cross a football goalie and the invisible man?
That was probably me.
That would be goaltending like no one has ever seen.
Me. That explains me all the way. I stepped into something with a bad punnage.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Uriah.
Uriah who?
Keep your eye on the ball. I've stepped into something. Me bad punnage.
We got two games going on here. We got Silver Knight Kyle talking about NFL, and we're talking about soccer. Yeah, we use draw, we use away, home. Exactly the same as any other sport, really.
Okay, here's a problem-solving one for you.
You
are locked inside a car with nothing but a football. How do you get out?
You're locked inside a car with nothing but a football. How'd you get out? Is this a riddle or a joke? It doesn't necessarily mean you're inside the football, does it? So the football could be on the outside.
Thank you, Rock Butcher. You're correct. You unlock the door and you pull the handle, you silly thing.
You're locked inside a car with nothing but
a football. How do you get out? You unlock the door and you pull the handles. Just...
Oh man, that was as bad as Canadian shooting today.
Why should you never play football in the jungle?
Too many cheaters about.
Oh, well done. Yes, too many cheetahs. What? Oh, this is nasty.
Nick!
What happens to football players who go blind?
They don't see the ball coming.
No, they become referees.
That happened to me then, didn't it? So I become a referee.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh man.
had to do some. Being that FIFA was on, I had to do a little bit of the football stuff.
They
Oh,
joined the French team.
I got to sit back for a minute. That took a lot out of me.
The French are current world champions, and they played well.
Oh dear me.
Didn't know how the French did, to be honest. I can't remember now. So, does anybody else want to come up and chat with us? Of course, you're more than welcome to.
If no one comes up, I'm going to start singing.
Nobody come up. Okay, nobody come up yet.
Oh, you're challenging me. Oh,
What's your
la
favourite?
coucou, il ne change la plumerie, il ne change la plume. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. El dodo, meldo la mother, fair dodo. Nope.
You know the words better than I do. Keep going.
The moon in June is a big baboon. Makes me swoon, makes me croon, 'cause it's heaven being on la lune.
Stand up, wait, so.
Because it didn't have any training wheels on.
Well,
Santa,
yes.
I believe we want to know what your favourite Christmas song is.
My favorite Christmas song has always been White Christmas.
Too tired.
But I heard one rendition with David Bowie. And
Is that White Christmas?
and David Bowie and
Bing Crosby.
and Bing Crosby, and that's probably my favorite one there. But I do favor the what's it called now? It's a band, you guys. Boney M.
Yeah.
I really like their Christmas music that they put out.
I love Boney M. I reckon for that joke, he was a stand-up guy.
Oh. Come on, work.
Was I right? Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Oh, he's like stand. I thought it said he's a stand-up guy. Because he was outstanding in his field. What? Yes, that's what Skipper's doing now.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, the TV's a little bit behind from what I'm seeing here. So.
There we go. There's the link if anybody wishes to come up and join us.
What do prisoners use to call each other? Their mouths? I don't know.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Hey!
Why is my camera not on? Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can hear you, but you're playing mushroom.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna try this again. Hold on.
Holding on. I don't know what we're supposed to hold on to. That's pretty cool. Cell phones.
I was going to make more of the coins and candy videos, but I ate it all.
You mean you spent
what
on candy? That's what it was. Why did you eat it all?
Oh, we had so many. And I had a lot of them that were soft, and when I lost all my teeth, I could make it melt.
See, suck it for a. You got a Mars bar. You suck it for a straw these days.
I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. Yeah. Wait until you get really old and the hair starts growing in places it never has before. The end of the, I love the ones that grow at the end of your nose. There you are with the tweezers going, what are you doing there? That's not where you belong. The ears. Like, oh.
See, women start plucking their hair out, right? When they're like just after, I don't know, 18 or whatever, yeah?
I was going to say just after they get married.
Yeah. Right? To make themselves like, you know, hairless or whatever, right? And we don't bother tweezing until we're like 60, 70 years old, like doink, 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 doink.
Yeah, I know.
People in their kits that they would not use anymore because they can't be bothered to do it anymore, you know what I mean, once they're married. And we start using their stuff, going doink, doink, doink. It's like
Where's
trying to.
my tweezers gone? Why do you have my tweezers downstairs? Where's my exfoliant? What is that? Where is it gone?
I know certainly my eldest daughter goes after my favourite once a month or more.
What really gets embarrassing is when they start going, did you take my anti-wrinkle cream?
There's a fantastic Lee Evans joke with anti-wrinkle cream, right? And basically, you have to watch it because obviously he's a professional comedian. I'm not, right? Right. Well, his wife buys this really expensive cream, yeah, and it says, you know, anti-wrinkle cream, you know, lasts forever. You put it on every night, takes out all the wrinkles. And he takes his wife back after 50 years. He goes, I want my money back. Look at the state of my wife. He goes, my receipt's in better condition than my wife. Because it's anti-wrinkle cream. She's been put on for years and never not made a change to her face. Do you remember that one?
You know, that reminds me of the time I went to the pharmacy to get some of this stuff for Mrs. C. And the pharmacy or the pharmacist goes, we don't have any of that in stock, but if you go down that aisle and go to the preparation H, that hemorrhoidal cream is used all the time by women. I said, what? What, on their face? Yeah. And I kissed that. You don't get the whole new expression to fuck her up.
Now Santa's starting to grow. Am I a double cup?
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, hormonal. Yeah.
Oils.
Yeah. Of course.
He didn't even know what it was for.
I thought it was all about the hormonal cream.
No, hemorrhoidal cream.
See, it's the accent. I keep trying to speak English, but he won't. He speaks Canadian.
I speak the world version of English.
You do. I thought he said.
Rock Butcher says, as long as they don't use the applicator to apply it to their face, well, you should be okay. Oh yeah. That's wrong.
Hey, LA, so you've been kissing pile cream. Love it. This is not the channel stuff. There's another cream. I don't know if you have it over there, but there's another cream. They have it on TV over here all the time, and it's for Vagisil. Yeah, it's called Vagisil.
Oh, I know what Vagisil. They have it here.
Okay. I just don't want to be, dirty, rude, but you Tracy don't really put that stuff on their face, right?
Yeah,
Oh, oh man, crying.
just around,
Pretty.
around the eyes and wherever the
Yeah,
lines would form, and it tightens it right up.
I need
And
that.
that's what I go to. Is you're such a butthead.
You're talking about using preparation aids to tighten the eyes, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you, Neil was doing a beauty video the other day, and he put a face mask on.
Oh, what a beauty. I'm going to start singing Tim Curry's Zucchini song.
Oh man.
Yeah, that regular link, I couldn't get my camera to come up on it. I had to pop it open in Google and do some stuff to get my camera working to show my face that needs a big dousing and preparation age. So I just did a 2-hour show out of London with comic books.
Oh, how did that go for you?
Oh, just lots of fun talking comic books for a couple hours from around the world.
Oh, cool.
Then I saw you guys were on live, and I'm like, I need to jump over to that.
Yay!
So that would make you what, a bookie?
Yeah. I'm bet. So, yeah. I'm renowned for my comic book knowledge, but not my coin knowledge, but I try.
Well, those shows are a lot of fun, but boy, oh boy, when they're done having experienced it, you're tired. You're like dog tired.
I did 7 hours on live shows yesterday, 3 on one, 3 on another, and an hour on another. So
Yeah.
I was on till 3 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
So
yeah, I did the last coin show I did. Of course, I did the setup and tear down as well. And by the time you're finished, you're so wasted. Like, oh man, but they are fun. They are fun. I gotta figure out what to do with my comic books now.
Let's do White Christmas. I'll do Bing Crosby's part. Who's gonna do David Bowie?
Oh, good. You think I'm not
White Christmas?
I'll be the audience. I can do that part really well.
I do the little drummer boy. Rum bum rum bum bum bum.
Yeah, actually, that's right. Skipper's alley, that is.
Skipper's not here. Read the banner.
It's the sorry.
Oh wait, now we have to sing some kinks. Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys.
we have all that here by Jelena.
Well, where's my? I gotta silence that.
It's a losing fight.
Silencio. Okay. What else coming up?
Get Tappy in here. Kyle, where you at? I ain't got word on this. So the monthly giveaways tomorrow?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be touching base with people because you got UK and Canada. I'm here in America, and I'm gonna be at Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm gonna have little kids hanging off me tomorrow all day. So I need to recuperate the best I can. I have to cook a bunch of pies tonight.
It's probably best to do it back. Come back like I don't know, because obviously whoever wins needs to leave their email so they can get in touch with you personally. But what I urge people to do is when I'm doing this, writing stuff down, is to write the list down yourself. So you haven't got to rely on me all the time. You can say, right, I know what person should be sending what.
Yeah.
And anything extra, then it's a bonus. But it's great to keep track of it, what people do win and when they win. And it's a good little history,
I went like a year without winning anything. About 2 weeks ago, I won a comic spin draw. And then last night, the one I was on, they were like guess a number 1 to 50 and people throwing out numbers. And I did 42 and it didn't win. So I did 32. You know, I did a Hitchhiker's Guide joke and I was like, well, I'll do 32. And I won this great big Batman book. So.
Oh, cool.
That's cool. Now I'll probably win this when I'm not on and I can't even see it happen live.
You never know. You never know. But the thing is, though, that's the thing. It's random. It's and the good thing about it, though, you know, you can, because it's all over. You know, it's people what they like to donate and what they like to collect, and it could urge other people to collect that as well. Or if you don't want that, you know, if it's not for you and you get it anyway, you can use that as to pay it forward. You haven't got to use any of your actual personal items. That makes sense. So, and it then could go back to the person who started it off with.
Yeah.
But you know, we're trying to minimum it down so it doesn't come here or to Santa. And then we have to post that out again. So because obviously postage is a nightmare for everybody. So you know, one postage done. You know what I mean? It's straight in. So that's what we're trying to eliminate. Is, you know, rather than having us have 13 things come in, or how many it is, and then we're just sending it off to one person. We're like in the States, no point coming to England or to Canada when it can go straight to the States. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah, it's
I'm in
good
the
fun.
Christmas spirit. I wish I could send everybody something, but I just can't. So I figure
Well, it's impossible to, you know.
I'll throw in something monthly and kind of laugh if I win. So.
I mean, I got my battle chat coming up for the Christmas time, and now, so like hopefully it'll be a stream on Santa's one when he does his one, and then there's going to be a one on mine. That's going to be on the community one. It's nothing to do with Treasure Trove. It's completely separate. And
somebody's at my door. I'll be back.
Okay. And whoever sinks a full ship, will win a prize. It's as simple as that. And we do that throughout December, and hopefully get some prizes out to people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all you got to do is just guess a color, guess a number, and 25 questions, and away it goes. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got yours set up yet, Skip? Were you going to be doing it? Or
Not yet. Not yet. No, I've been very busy with Christmas and getting things done. So,
I know.
yeah, I'm full of the Christmas spirit. I mean, I've been mulling over singing this song. Can I remember it? I'm going to give it a shot. See if I can. Let's see. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Oh, the snow. I said, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Now I said, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Oh, Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear the sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of the white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Woo! Encore, encore.
And the crowd goes wild.
Slightly out of tune, but I do the best I can.
Now sing Santa Baby by Madonna.
Ho, ho, ho. I couldn't do that if I wanted to. I don't have the sexy voice.
Santa Baby. Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Yeah. So yeah, I've got this no soliciting sign, nice shiny silver thing at eye level, says no soliciting. And of course I had somebody soliciting at my door. So
We had one here. The next door, they got like a big banner saying no junk mail whatsoever. And they saw me, because obviously right on the road, they saw me and they walked past and we went chunking up, crap for it. And before I met Zoe, I know it's just after I met you, wasn't it? I used to have this poster on the thing. I goes, any junk mail comes through this window, because the way my house was, people would come across the communal garden and then post through the window because there was no letterbox. And the actual front of the house was on, it looked like it was the opposite way round, if that made sense. It's hard to explain. So what they would do is go to the back window and then walk around the front thinking it's like two separate houses and then post through the post box. So I had to put 2 posters on there. I said, any junk comes through this thing, you're going to come back, pick it all up, and I'm going to charge you 50 quid a letter, because it says no junk mail unless it's from the Royal Mail. And well, we went out, didn't we? And somebody come along and dumped all their leaflets, and I was having some work done at the time in this like annex part, and they thought it was like an empty house, so they dumped all their leaflets in my thing. So I phoned the company up and goes, right, I do have a poster on my thing, I'm going to charge you, it must have been about 1,000 letters, these crap posters. Well, a whole bag full of them, wasn't it? And they obviously walk round the edge and they come back and put it through the letterbox, not thinking it's the same place, right? And it's clearly visible, it's the same poster. And it says not post here, post at the front as well. You know, this is not the front porch. And they said, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to send you some pictures now. I said, I got the date when the date went up. And I said, here's all your things. Within 2 minutes, there was round picking up all these leaflets from this company.
The thing is, you know, they have to pay for all those. So yeah. It was someone that had a problem. They either didn't feel like working that day, or they got tiffed off because they saw your sign, and they dumped them all. Well, that's going to come back because they know the routes these guys work.
Yeah, you're right. But the fact is, when I'm not there, is like, because obviously they used to walk through the communal garden and thinking that must be the front of the house, but there's no letterbox. And because I used to have like the window open, like small window at the top,
right?
You can't get through it or nothing. They thought that was the way you used to do it. And because the Royal Mail used to turn up around about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 9 times out of 10, I would see them. You know, so I'd just go straight out because it's quicker for me to just go out the French doors over the garden rather than walking all the way around. Because it was kind of weird because next door had their front of the house this side, my front of the house was this side, and the next door their front of the house was that side. So if you was experienced, they would do all the odd numbers, walk around and do all the even numbers. You see what I mean? So it was like concertinaed like that. It was really weird.
Hi, Zella.
But yeah, it was frustrating, and to have these bags of all these crappy letters in, knowing I've got a notice there that I will charge and I will call, because obviously phone numbers on the leaflets, they need the business, right? And there was a lad, wasn't there? He dumped, he had like these pizza flyers, and he came across the communal garden. I said, no, I don't want any. He goes, oh, you take? I said, no, I don't want it. He goes, you take. I said, no, I don't want it. So he must have walked back round thinking my next part was the front of the house, and he put back 3 or 4 of these leaflets in. And I opened the door, ran up to him, and I said, "Take your leaflets out there now." I goes, "You can clearly see, because I don't speak English. I'm sorry, I don't speak English." I goes, "You just spoke to me 2 seconds ago." And he goes, "That was around the other side." I goes, "No, that's my house. Take them with you." Right? I goes, "Don't care whether you speak English." And I says, "No junk mail, unless the Royal Mail."
So you still have letter carriers that come directly to your home then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had that in 20 years.
Wow.
We have super boxes.
Oh, the ones outside. And just...
Yeah, down the end of the block, we have a whole section, just like an apartment block would have theirs. And they have special boxes down below for the bigger parcels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and only the extremely large ones end up at the local post office. But yeah, I haven't seen a letter carrier, and I used to really treat them, especially at Christmas time. We used to always give them a bonus, so they would get a Tim Hortons card or a shopper's card or cash, and that was for as a thank you in a Christmas card. But ever since they've done this, you never see them anymore. So
I see my letter carrier every day it runs, pretty much. I'm just sitting out here and they just roll right by, never at the same time. Sometimes at noon, sometimes at 3 in the afternoon. Just no telling when they're going to come through.
Do you have yours door to door, or is it still in the mailbox?
I've got mailbox. We got mailboxes. We got matching mailboxes all the way down the road, right out in
So
front.
they don't actually come to that actual house itself.
Speaking of mailboxes, oh my goodness.
Because obviously I've seen them. I've seen the mailbox. My brother had one where he was. But
I've got to attach that to the top of my mailbox this week.
Oh yeah, cool.
we're doing good. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not allowed to give out gifts to them now. We used to do it for the bin men. Well, when I was a kid, it was stopped years ago. My dad
They don't allow that anymore.
No, they're not allowed to accept gifts. It's ridiculous. My dad, that's one of the last time I remember doing it. My dad would do it for the binman or the trashman. Whichever way you want to pronounce it. The mailman or the mailwoman, whatever. The road sweepers, all the park rangers, wasn't it? Back the day, you used to have park rangers. Just to drive around on motorbikes, make sure nobody was smashing up
Yeah.
We used to call it a wreck. It's already smashed up, but yeah, anything that was part of the corporation, really. And my dad would make sure he saved up some money for them to go and have a beer or whatever, or a thank you, whatever, every year. But that was stopped. I remember that stopped years ago.
We actually do a gift for all our neighbors in our cul-de-sac. So every single neighbor in our cul-de-sac gets a family gift, and if they got children, that's when I deliver the gifts with the elves.
Yeah,
for Christmas.
So hopefully I keep signal here. I can make this part of the show today. Yeah, we've got a run of mailboxes out in front of the houses, just goes right down the road.
Yeah, that's similar to my brother. My brother's house was like that.
Oh my goodness. I haven't seen one of those in years.
Yeah, but we have over here. We have our mail directly into the house.
And Marlon's in the house. It's so
Hey, videos. Zilla, Madwood, barbecue. Great to see you. Yeah, it's been a long time for gift giving like that. They deserve it, to be honest, especially the postmen, the post people, because they're out in all weathers. Morning, noon, and night. I get where they're coming from. It's not the job for the faint-hearted. Hi, Dolph. I like that one. Call me Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, look, Kyle's actually playing with his mailbox. Let's see. It's 3:30. Do you have to work tonight, Marlon?
He's fingering it. Most people have their fingers in all sorts of pies, not mailboxes.
One more night to the weekend. Yeah, I'll be at the mall on Sunday this week.
Oh,
Yeah, working.
that's on your first one, isn't it?
11:30 to 5:30.
Wow, it's a long day.
Oh, that's a short one. That's not like the one I have to do a week after next. I do it on the 5th. I have to do one that's a 10-hour day. And then I have to get up in the morning and drive 2.5 hours to Wainwright to visit the seniors residence and then do the optometrist outfit.
My wife said I can't do Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving. Well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so there's my letters to Santa on my mailbox now.
Yeah. Our Thanksgiving appears before Remembrance Day, so our rule of thumb is nothing till after Remembrance Day.
There you go. But hey, at least you get old people sitting on your laps coming up soon. So.
No. That's really a scary thought.
Oh, come on, son, you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, that all depends.
All that, that anti-recall cream and
Santa, I want a less squishy diaper for Christmas.
Oh. There's a visual I want to get out of my head now.
And yet I just want to push it a little further.
Oh my goodness. Should call you Evil Alf the way you're cackling.
Evil elf, evil elf.
That was brilliant. Get to sit down here.
Oh no, I'm gonna get him good. Yeah, when they're older, they have like a prune diet, so it gets runny.
Yeah.
It seeps out the edge of the depends.
Oh.
Get on your leg.
Okay, I gotta get away from that. Oh yeah. There we go.
Oh man.
Have you had your tetanus shot yet? Because you're gonna.
He probably needs more than that. He has to have his MMR again as well.
I'm hiding from that one. That's just scary.
Just think when you're there,
soda holder to use here.
when you're there, something you have nowhere to hide. Then.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to get some of that scent you put under your nose.
Smelling salts.
Little Vicks vapor rub that they put under there so they don't smell dead bodies. And oh, what a beautiful big dog!
Oh, what a beautiful feeling!
He's gonna say,
a beautiful puppy.
Kyle. He's gonna say to one of the old ones. He's gonna say, "What's your name?" She's gonna say Prune, and he's just gonna think about you.
Yeah, there you go. My name's Prudence, and by that I mean you can have me right away.
I think we should do some trivia.
All right.
No, we should do this another 10 more.
Let's see. My first answer is prune juice.
My second answer is going to be raisins.
Stick your thumb in and see if you can pull out a plum. Oh,
That's not a plum, that's piles.
he's gonna puke on us pretty soon.
You're looking a bit green.
You don't want Santa sick. You end up with a lot of milk and cookies everywhere. Oh.
They say it's milk and cookies.
Prune Danish is more like it.
Yeah.
All right, come with the trivia.
All right.
Can he stomach it though?
What's the largest country entirely within the southern hemisphere?
I know, Peru.
I thought it was Brazil.
Yeah, it's Brazil.
Okay, we'll give everybody a chance in chat.
I did say Peru.
Oh, it's Antarctica. Gee, Monelli. Is it? Yeah, Antarctica is bigger than.
No,
Oh,
I'm not seeing any answers there in the chat. It's the largest country in the southern atmosphere is what
Southern
Rock
atmosphere.
you got it.
Australia?
Rock Butcher's got it. It's Australia.
Australia. Yeah, I wondered about landmass size with Australia there.
you told people to give chat, so chance.
Oh, okay. I'm curious to see how many of the Gen X's and whatnot can get this one.
I got this. This one more. Do you know in Australia they have Canberra, right? Cranberry juice,
What?
and that's cranberry juice with prune juice.
Yeah,
That's a combination, isn't it?
we got that
They
here.
also have Vegemite, and that shows how sick they are.
Yeah, and mushy peas.
Oh, that's your baby.
Oh
Enjoy.
no.
Okay, here's a good one. Who told mothers how to raise their babies, then told the babies how to evade the draft?
Dr. Spock.
Yeah.
Yep, it was Dr. Spock. What are the red monopoly properties in
Hotels.
the United States?
Hotel.
No, what are the
If it's
red monopoly
English,
properties?
okay. If it's English, it's going
Oh,
to be
the Indiana
Strand.
Avenue, Indiana, Illinois, and Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri or St. Louis.
No, he's on about Great British, aren't you?
No, this is
No.
U.S.
It's Indiana, Illinois, and something. I mean, hell, I'm in Indiana. I can remember it. I didn't realize you meant properties. It's Indiana, Illinois, and I really thought it was something Missouri, St. Louis.
No, it's Kentucky.
It's Kentucky.
Oh,
Okay, in Great Britain,
All
it's
states
Strand,
attached to me.
Trafalgar Square, and it was a Strand, Trafalgar Square, and I can't remember the third one. To be honest, I don't know why.
what state contains the geographic center? Oh, bless me.
Bless you.
What state
you.
contains
I
the
thought
geographic center of the United States?
the Geographic Center of the United States, I thought that was South Dakota.
Boom. Got it.
So, the very low end of South Dakota.
Isn't there like a monument there?
Yeah,
You can
the
stand in
Mount
the middle.
Rushmore, the heads, the presidential heads.
Yeah, you got Mount Rushmore. I think there's another one. It's actually when you stand there, you're actually in. You can be in 4 different states or
That's
direct.
four corners. That's 4 corners where you can be in Utah, New Mexico, Nevada, and
Okay.
wait a minute. Utah, New Mexico, Nevada. It's not California.
Is it?
Kansas, maybe. I don't remember which one it is. I've been there. It's not actually something where you can just take one step to the right and be in a different state. You have to walk around like a 20-foot circle to go into 4 states. It's kind of neat, but it's kind of stupid. It shows you how dumb like state lines and things like that are.
Yeah.
Because it's all one big area. You know, it's just like looking out my front yard, and he's like, "Yeah, you can walk around and be in 4 states." Yeah, okay, whatever. Somebody drew a topographical line.
Rock Butcher, you got me thinking. The geographic center of Canada. I'm visualizing this now. I think
Isn't Manitoba in the middle?
No,
Somewhere in Manitoba?
I think that's a little left of center, Winnipeg. Would it be? Oh gosh, what's it called now? I've just lost the name. It's the city north of Lake Superior. Where Terry Fox Monument is at. Why can't I remember the name of it?
Well, one of the most inspiring human beings that ever lived, right there.
Yeah.
I will never get over that. I wish he would have made that run, but to do that on a prosthetic leg back then, nowadays it could be done. Back then, that was wow. Just wow. Human perseverance.
That's it, Rock. But I think it's Thunder Bay is close to the geographic center. It's far enough east of Winnipeg to warrant that. There's a lot of Canada east of there.
What's the geographic center of England? Like North London? I mean, England's like this big, isn't it? Well, it depends on which part of it's actually in England, because it moves. Because now is Ireland separated or not? Is Wales actually something different? Does it jump up and down?
Yeah, Wales is going to.
Is it Sheffield? Maybe.
No, that's going to be East Coast. I'd say like probably. I probably think like Wolverhampton is probably going to be more or less the centre of England itself. But if you add in Wales and Scotland, you're looking at more a bit north than that.
Yeah.
Because England,
but what is the northernmost point on the island? You should know this. The northernmost point on the island, on the big island.
Oh, so it's not the small coastal islands. You're talking the mainland.
The northernmost point of the main isle. Yeah. You know what it is?
Sorry, me.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
What? Sorry. So that question again. Sorry, I thought
The northernmost point on the main isle.
But the British Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be the Shetlands.
Yeah, but those are islands.
What town is the northernmost point on the main isle?
The northernmost island on the mainland is going to be John O'Groats.
John O'Groats, Scotland. Yep. That would be it. Groats. And what happened in John O'Groats a couple of years ago?
Do you know what I honestly
Ewan McGregor started his long way down trip and
rode
a bike from John O'Groats down to Cape Town, South Africa.
There's actually a much better one that was unheard of, obviously on the news, because Ewan McGregor's,
Yeah, he did long way around, which was incredible. Then long way down from John O'Groats down to Cape Town, and then they just did long way up a couple of years back from the tip of South America up to LA.
There was this family, husband and wife, and I think there was a young girl on her bike, and they rode from Land's End to John O'Groats for charity, not for a TV program, for charity on their own back.
Yeah.
And they were just gaining money as they went along. And it's actually on YouTube. It's really good. Really good how they did that.
There are actually people that are still like they run into them. There's one guy that's on his 6th trip around the world on his bicycle, just going around the world, going country to country, riding through on his bicycle.
I've got a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Who is the finest or one of the finest musicians on YouTube?
Chris Kringle.
Yeah.
Stanley Jordan. My mom.
Hint, he's Canadian.
Michael Bublé.
What about Justin Bieber?
Oh. Canadian fishing musician.
I told you I'm not very good with celebrity stuff, so
Elvis's ghost.
Canadian fishing musician.
Mm.
I have no.
He's in here with us. That's who it is. All right. All right, let's go back to normal trivia.
What peace treaty ended World War One?
The Treaty of Versailles.
Versailles, yep.
You almost didn't take a breath on that one. Where's Little America?
Where's Little America?
Yes, where is Little America?
Oh, Guam, isn't it?
Little America.
It can't be Guam then.
In Guam.
Somewhere in
That is-
middle America, I'm guessing.
It is nothing in the chat. Nothing. It is us. It is Antarctica.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
How many pieces of paper are there in a ream?
80,000.
Eh.
Oh,
About
I'm thinking of a binder.
500.
A ream, 200.
500.
500. I thought it was 200.
What country won the 1960 Olympic gold medal in hockey?
Russia.
The U.S., didn't they?
Yeah, there was the U.S. Rock Butcher says, I was going to say between Little Italy and Chinatown in Toronto. Okay. Oh, tricky one. What country forms a 2,000-mile archipelago along the east coast of Asia?
2000, Korea. The Korean archipelago, right?
No, that's the peninsula, isn't it? That's the.
Australia again. That'd be 2,000 miles around. Or wait, you're just saying straight Asia.
The east coast of Asia.
Taiwan.
I don't think China has that big of a coastline, so it's not China.
No.
Russia. No, that's not Asia. Come on now. Where's
Russia? What the
I mean, it could be any of them. Japan's got that many islands. Philippines has 8,000.
Stop right there. It is Japan.
Yeah, the Philippines has 8,000 islands. I mean, there's so many of those. But
it's like that's why Canada's got so many lakes because of is it Indonesia of all the islands?
all those archipelagos over there have a lot of islands. I mean, there's a lot of small uninhabitable ones. It's all volcanic and moving up and down all the time. And yeah, that whole ring of fire over there is something to behold.
So how does that relate to Canada having all the lakes?
Because that's where the islands left Canada and went over there.
Oh, for Pete's sake, it left holes. Oh, I got it.
Part of the jigsaw puzzle.
How many chambers are there in the human heart?
4.
4.
Actually, 5, isn't it?
No, it's 4.
It's 4. Okay, I thought there
Left
was.
and right ventricle, left and right auricle.
Yeah.
Of course, if Marlon's in there, he's like, "Yeah, you got it right." What are the 5 colors of the Olympic rings?
Yellow, black, blue, green.
One more
Yellow,
obvious
black, blue,
one.
green,
Look at your hat.
red.
Yep.
That's it.
Because it represents all the colours in all the flags of the world.
Hello, our treasured home. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. What U.S. state has the longest name?
Mississippi.
This is a tricky one because I've never seen this before.
It's 2 words, right?
It's more than 2.
Oh, New Hampshire.
5
Yes, more
words.
than 2.
5 words.
Oh,
Well, see, now that's a technicality. I'd actually correct that question, but yeah, that's a technicality.
It was Rhode Island and Providence Plantations.
Yeah.
okay. That's
I've
going
never
back
heard.
years
I've
ago.
heard Rhode Island a million times, but never.
Well, that's a loaded question because says the largest state name, but what it should say is the first continental
State line. Yeah,
state.
state line.
That's when it was pre-continental Congress. So
How's our
currently,
doing?
currently it's probably like New Hampshire or Pennsylvania.
This is another tricky one. You got to be a few years older to get this one.
Sorry.
Where do Little Abner and Daisy May live?
I just got looking at a Little Abner comic not too long ago. Like Paducah or something.
Don't know that one.
It would be anybody coming up? No, nobody. Dog Patch.
Dog Patch, yeah.
It's odd when you get a question that you know it and it just escapes your brain. You know what I mean?
Another one that's my generation. I love these ones.
May I Mambo Dog Faced Banana Patch? Who knows what that is? That's a Steve Martin bet on teaching kids how to talk wrong. So when they're at school, they can go up and ask the teacher if they can Mambo Dog Faced Banana Patch when they have to go pee.
Who played Tarzan in more films than anyone else?
Johnny Weissmuller.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, you didn't take a breath on that one.
That's when Tarzan was Tarzan, the old black and white son.
I used to love those Johnny Weissmuller films. Oh, yeah, this is a tough one. I'm giving you a 10-second handicap, Kyle.
Okay, I'm going to mute my mic just so I don't say it out loud.
Text me.
What is the capital of the District of Columbia?
Anybody know sign language?
What is the capital of the District of Columbia?
Three.
I just spelled it in sign language.
No one else come up with it. You might as oh wait a minute, there it is.
Yeah.
Rock
Washington, D.C.
Washington. What was the claimed? I played this. This is funny. What was the claim to fame of Captain Edward J. Smith, who died on the 15th of April, 1912?
Sinking the Titanic.
He was the captain of the Titanic. Yeah.
He was captain of the Titanic. That's right.
What else was he claimed for fame for before the sinking of the Titanic?
Oh, he went through a lot of the White Star Line ships. He also was pressed into service to go to South Africa and take troops there, which he was not happy about. He was awarded a merchant medal for doing that, and it was supposed to be his final voyage on the Titanic because that was it. He was done. He was.
And it was, ironically enough.
Ironically, it was, but he didn't get to enjoy his pension.
Well, he crashed the.
He did have an accident. Yes, I forget. Was it the Britannic?
Britannic. Was it the Olympic? The Olympic. He crashed.
Was it the Olympic he crashed?
It was the Olympic, and
he
he smashed into HMS, or no, sorry, USS New York, I believe. And it just had a fitted of the battering ram on the front of the ship, which made a right mess.
What's the beer that made Milwaukee famous?
Milwaukee beer.
Stroh's.
No.
Stroh's in my book, but Milwaukee's best is one that comes to mind, but Stroh's is a big one.
It was Schlitz.
Schlitz.
What's the largest city in China?
Beijing, isn't it?
You know,
Hong Kong.
This could be a slightly loaded question too because it's dated.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I'm going to go with whatever this card says, but if you want to argue it, fine. But Beijing would be right up there. They've got Shanghai.
Yeah. JJ says it's Shanghai.
Yeah. EAC's in the house. I was wondering where EAC.
Probably just got home. That's a long trip for her, though, isn't it?
Very long trip.
Bally.
Oh, I know this one because I was there. What two countries border the Dead Sea?
Oh, that's going to be Israel.
And the obvious one.
It's the country that has the city of Petra in it.
Jordan.
Yeah. Palestine.
Jordan.
No, it's Jordan.
Jordan. I'm kind of trying to give these away with sign language, but
she digs.
J.
I haven't used sign since my son Devin Miller.
N. Jordan.
John Jacobs.
And it is such a dirty thing. You go floating in there and people's gob will be floating around you.
Wait a minute. I loved it. It took all the zits off my body, and
I mean it is like being in a sleep deprivation tank.
It is. You float right on.
Roll over in it.
Cool. They also had big mud baths on the beach. You coated yourself in muds, then you took the showers, then you went into the sulfur baths. If you think that stunk.
Yeah.
But boy, your skin was just as soft as a baby's derriere. What U.S. state receives the least amount of sunshine?
Antarctica? No, it's got to be less than that.
No, it's Alaska because half of it's in the dark.
Did you say Antarctica? That's funny.
No, I meant to say
Alaska because half the year's actually in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys.
I got to go back and hit the like button because I always forget to hit it when I first get on.
What motto did President Harry Truman, keep on his desk?
I like Ike.
I collect like dollies.
The buck stops here.
That's it. The buck stops here. That's very true, Marlon. It's after Remembrance Day. Typically, everybody starts kickstarting. Who was Bram Stoker's most
Dracula.
character? I couldn't even finish it, and you got the
Yeah,
name.
that was going to be easy, wasn't it?
What playing card symbolizes death?
The Ace of Spades.
That's why the American soldiers wore the Ace of Spades in their helmets.
They got their asses beat for wearing that. Actually, that takes a real psycho to do that. And a lot of those guys got beat up when they're bloodlust. When you got bloodlust and do that, that's rather frowned upon. Yeah.
What are the world's 3 largest oceans in order of size?
Largest
Pacific,
size?
Atlantic, Indian.
No.
You're right.
Atlantic,
It is
Pacific,
Pacific,
Indian.
Atlantic, Indian. Okay, I'll do one that's a little harder then.
Okay.
What was the name of Donald O'Connor's co-star in 6 movies?
Oh. And it's asking for the female co-star, right? Is it the male or the female?
No, it doesn't say whether it's male or female. Just
Well,
co-star.
more than likely it was Sid Charisse, but if it was male, it was Gene Kelly. So, I'm an old song and dance man, so. But it's Sid Charisse, isn't it?
His co-star in 6 movies.
I mean, it could have been Judy Garland, too.
Francis the Talking Mule.
Oh! I'm sitting here thinking of dance
I knew it
partners.
was going to be a human. I just
I'm
don't know.
sitting here thinking of dance partners all day long, and I'm like, no, he only did like 3 movies with Garland. He did
Zilla
20
Zilla
with
says,
Gene
slow
Kelly.
down. He's got a slow internet.
How many planets? This is easy. How many planets fit between the Earth and the Moon? All of them, if you put them into that order.
Actually,
Even Jupiter
he's
fits.
not asking planets. He's asking plants.
EAC. All right. Okay. I think that's probably going to be a spelling error. But if you put Jupiter, it will still have room to fit between the Earth and the Moon. There you go.
How many genies appear to Aladdin in the Arabian Nights Tale?
1.
1001.
It's another one of these trick questions because we always see the cartoons and stuff. It's always the one.
It's 3, isn't it?
Nope.
Just a 1. Uno.
It's just
Nope.
a 1.
It's 2.
It's 2, yeah.
Oh.
But I don't,
Three.
for the life of me, I don't recall seeing another genie.
Jafar.
Jafar.
That's Jafar.
Oh, wait
They
a minute. That's
literally-
right. He got turned into a genie.
They literally pulled that into that. It's Jafar. Jafar was, but I still thought it was 3. It was Jafar is actually the name of the original genie. Man, I'm brain dead right now, and I'm still having fun with this. So yay! I've gotten a couple questions.
I'm
right?
reading the chat. That's why. John Jacobs says 2. It says an easy. That would be a bad day for Earth if you've stuck any of the planets between Moon and Earth.
What 2 countries are joined by the Ambassador Bridge?
England and France.
No, that would be the Ambassador Bridge.
That would be a long bridge.
Yeah, we got the Eurotunnel.
True.
Oh man, I know this.
And in my youth, back some 50 some odd years ago, I walked across it.
The U.S. and Canada, really?
That's
No.
right. Windsor,
Is it US
Detroit.
and Canada? Yeah.
Windsor, Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been on that thing and I brain farted that one.
And the interesting thing about that is that when you're on the Ambassador Bridge, you're going from south to north.
Yeah.
When you go from Canada to the United States, because in that one spot, the United States is north of Canada, besides Alaska, of course. But
Yeah.
Zilla says, I'm from Michigan and I guessed wrong to start. Okay. What island was Napoleon's first home in exile?
Elba. Or was that his second? Elba was his second.
No. You see, when you second guess, you screw up.
Oh, so it was Elba. Okay.
Oh,
What-
getting back to the death card question. Why was that the death card, and what poker hand was it holding? Yeah.
Well,
Aces
aces and eights was the
Aces
dead man's head.
was the dead man's hand.
Yeah. Guy had an ace up his sleeve. But yeah, anybody that the guys there was urban legend about guys that had cut off ears and put them on their dog tags and stuff. But those bloodthirsty, crazy dudes, nobody wanted them around because they were psychopathic and dangerous. They'd get fragged going to the bathroom. So,
Okay. This is a two-parter, just to make it a little more interesting.
Okay.
What
Good.
board games were originally called Crisscross, and the other one is Knots and Crosses?
tic-tac-toe and Connect Four or Knots and Crosses. I don't know. It's tic-tac-toe and something.
Yeah, Knots and Crosses is tic tac toe all day long.
So what cross then?
And the Snakes and Ladders.
See, I can't get Connect Four out of my head, and that's too much.
Snakes and Ladders, you have 100 spaces, and you got to go up the ladders and down the snakes if you land on each one.
Cross is Scrabble.
Oh, is it Scrabble?
I would have never gone down that road.
I've eaten off now.
No.
That's probably why you're so warm. Next.
Who was credited with saying, I never met a man I didn't like?
Forrest Gump. That's what he sounded like.
Sounds like Lyndon Johnson.
Even Zilla said Forrest Gump.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Zoe says Elizabeth Taylor.
Francis the Talking Mule. I think she's right, actually. I think it is Elizabeth Taylor. It ain't Mae West, because Mae West hated them all.
It was Will Rogers.
It sounds like Elizabeth Taylor, though.
Oh, I remember this when it happened. Who was kidnapped on February 4th, 1974?
Patty Hearst.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that one.
The
Zoe
public
was
heiress.
always
I didn't know this. What alloy does tin and lead make?
Nickel.
zinc.
Tin and lead. and I'm holding it in my hand, and I
It's
can't believe it's made out of that.
Oh,
Tin
pewter.
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 I've been drinking out of lead.
Yeah, well, the tin protects it basically.
I guess I'm just immune now.
Yeah. I gotta go take a pewter soon. Just like those old people gonna be sitting on your lap in a week or two.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Lots
That's-
of pewters happening then.
That sounds so exciting.
Metal detecting. Dimebag Darren Coins. EAC says I have rebooted. Hope you got up.
Hi, Darren.
I was 11 when Patty was kidnapped. Cottonwood Ranch. Nice to see you. Rob.
By the SLA, and then she got what was eventually become known as Stockholm Syndrome when she went in to rob the banks with him.
Oh, gosh.
She was the Hearst heiress of the Hearst newspaper family, the turn of the century New York.
William Randolph Hearst was her dad.
Didn't they do a film about that? Is there a film?
I
I have
have
far too much useless trivia going around in this big old shiny noggin.
What member of the British royal family competed in the 1976 Summer Olympics? Hey, I was at that too.
Princess Anne.
Yeah, she sure wasn't where I was located.
And do you not sport that was in?
Shooting?
No, it's badminton.
Was it?
Yeah, horse badminton.
Right.
Which of the Great Lakes does Pennsylvania border?
Which of the Great Lakes? Erie or Superior? It's got to be Erie.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, it is Erie. Superior is quite a ways from there.
Yeah.
What European city is Karl Marx buried in?
Prague?
Oh.
I thought Prague or something like that.
Do you know what? I'm going to say London.
You're right. It is London.
Not sure which cemetery it is. Probably one of those private ones, I should imagine.
What is the world's largest sapphire?
That's the one in the Georgia Falls State Crown, but I can't remember the name of it. In the Coronation Crown is what I'm saying.
So what was it called?
I can't remember the name of it, to be honest. I know there's a name for it, but I can't think of it. The Star of India, says Rock Butcher.
He's right. It's the Star of
Yeah.
India. Okay, we're gonna get whiplash on this one, there, Elf. What's the Big Apple?
New
New
York.
You've been there as well. They want it back now.
What TV comedian's wife was played by Imogene Coca, Nanette Fabray, and Giselle McKenzie?
Said Caesar.
You're right.
Yeah, actually, New York City is actually right, JJ, to be fair. It is actually New York City, not New York.
Horseshoes and hand grenades. How many pints are there in a quart?
4.
Yeah. Quart means quarter, so yeah. Well,
Says 2.
God. Okay.
There's nothing seems right about that.
That doesn't seem right either. I disagree with
I've had to correct so many of those over the years. It might be right because it's half pints. I don't know, but that.
I thought quart was quarter.
Well, quart means half or quarter of a gallon, but I thought it was pints and quarter and
No, it is
quarter
two.
and quarts and
So how much is that in volume?
I don't know.
yeah, there's 4 quarts in a gallon. So no, maybe there's only 2 quarts. I don't know. I'm not trusting my brain tonight. I know said Caesar, and I don't know basic measurements.
586 milliliters in a pint.
Google said two.
Yeah. John Jacobs says 2 is correct.
So
There's 4 quarts.
586 millimeters in a pint.
Oh, okay. Let's try to make
243.
metric and where can you belt back fifth of Scotch on the
okay. All right. Next.
Where can you belt back a fifth of Scotch on the Firth of Forth?
Ireland.
Oh, Scotland.
Scotland's correct.
Scotland.
This guy needed his head checked.
Me?
What Mormon leader was said to have 27 wives?
Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Nope.
It wasn't Joseph
Oh,
Smith.
Brigham Young, the one that came
That's right.
after him.
Brigham Young.
The one that came after him. Smith had like 15. Brigham Young had like 27.
How many points are there in a perfect 3-dart throw?
180.
You see how quick he got that?
Yep.
Where's the Wailing Wall?
Israel.
Israel. Yeah. Jerusalem specifically.
Yeah, Jerusalem, yeah.
It's in Jerusalem, yep. What rock star attended the London School of Economics for 2 years?
Mick Jagger. Wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Boy, Zilla says Mecca. What's the first book of the Old Testament?
What's the first book of Old Testament?
Genesis.
Genesis?
That's right, Genesis.
I'm trying to hold my tongue here. I'm not much fun when I can nail these that quick, so I'm trying to hold my tongue as long as I can.
What's the first 5 books of the Old Testament?
Genesis,
Luke, David, Mark, Barry.
Genesis,
Romans.
Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
At least I'm trying. I'm
I know you're very trying.
I know. I say that to myself every day. I'm very trying.
I like my answer, Barry, better.
Who is Camp David named for?
Give you a hint, it was somebody's kid. I almost worked there. I'm not even going to chime in on this one.
Oh,
Until nobody gets it, I'm not going to say anything. I almost started working there as a Marine guard, but I opted not to re-enlist.
I know Camp David is going to be more fortified than Area 51 for what it is.
When people are there, it is, but yeah. Anybody in the chat got it yet?
Yeah, it's David Eisenhower.
David Eisenhower, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that until just now, so that's interesting.
That was one I was going to blurt out, and I'm like, no, let people get that one. So, if you're going to work there, you have to know the whole history of it. So, I got a crash course in it. I was going to work on Marine One, and
Rock Butcher goes, and it goes, hey, I was right.
there you go.
Who hosted radio's Candid Microphone in 1947?
Alan Funt goes back that far.
He does. He does.
About that.
So he
Hey.
went from candid microphone to candid camera.
Do you want to hear a funny story about Alan Funt that I can tell firsthand?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm in Washington, D.C. First time I'm going and looking around. God, I almost cry when I even think about this. First time I'm looking around Arlington National Cemetery and just sightseeing the monuments. I was fresh in the Marines. I guess, yeah, this was the beginning of '89. And Alan and his son had relaunched Candid Camera, and I didn't even know it because they hadn't started airing them yet. This is right before they started airing them with Dick Clark Productions. And I'm in front of a McDonald's. And just in front of the McDonald's out there waiting for my wife at the time, who'd gone in to use the bathroom. And we were going to go back on the memorial walk, and she'd gone in to use the bathroom, and I'm standing like 5 feet away from this payphone. And the payphone rings, and I look around, and nobody's around, and I walk over and I pick it up. And this guy just asked me this utterly ridiculous question. He's like, "Hey, you answered the phone. Here's a stupid question." And I looked around and I went, "You're Alan Funt. Where are you at?" And a van door opens across the street, and the guy gets out laughing his ass off. He's like, "Well, that one didn't work." He's like, "We're filming a new show." And he's like, "You must be a fan of the show." And I'm like, yeah, because like I knew his voice immediately. And it wasn't even back on the air yet. It came back on. This was in the spring, and it came back on as a summer show, and they were filming it. And he just asked me some dumb question about like picking something up. And I'm like, "You're Alan Funt. What am I on?" And this van door opens up, and out walks Alan Funt. I was like, "That's too funny." He goes, "Well, that's not going to work on TV."
Oh, that's
I
funny.
would have been on Candid Camera if I'd have played along, but I immediately recognized his voice. And if you want really, really funny and really, really raunchy, he did a run of Candid Camera where it involved nude women like walking through rooms of posh businesses and stuff. It is hysterical the way people react to some of that stuff. But he went a little raunchy. His kid keeps trying to relaunch it, but people fell off the platform on that. But I ruined my chance of being on camera because I'm like, "I'm sorry, I know you, Alan Funt."
The thing is, though, with Candid Camera, it was like the very first YouTube show.
Yeah.
And
pretty well.
So yeah, it's you can't relaunch anything like that. We have this show called All Right on the Night, which is basically all the bloopers from the TV programs, all around the world. And it's not the same because you have it readily available on YouTube and whatnot. So on TV, it's not the same. And there's another one, isn't there, Lauren? Like YouTube. They call it YouTube, they call it something else, don't they? Oh God, it's all YouTube, like TV, like bloopers and different things. People playing pranks on each other, and maybe the old Candid Camera skin. But it's on TV. They've called it something Tube, and no one's going to watch that because it lasted about 4 or 5 episodes before he wipes it off. Because you've seen it all before.
If you want to see a rendition similar to Candid Camera that Brazil did for a number of years, check on YouTube. There's a lot of them on there. Yeah. Some of the things this Brazilian TV show did would never be allowed in North America. Never, 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 never. And they spared no expense. The best one of all, I have to admit, was the subway and the zombies. It was late at night. Of course, you got to remember, South America, a lot of these folks are very superstitious. And it was there's a few ladies that were in the subway, and they rigged this thing so that the lights went out, it stalled. You could hear screaming from the guy driving the subway train, and they're sitting there, and suddenly the lights are flickering on and off, and all of a sudden there's a corpse crawling on the middle of the floor towards them.
I've seen that. That's really good.
Oh my goodness
We love
gracious.
watching them, don't we? And the little girl in the lift.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the little girl in the lift. There's a little girl in the lift. There was the coffin on the lift. There was
Yeah.
the skeleton on the motorcycle. This was all done by the same show.
Yeah.
I have to admit, as a spectator, because I have dark humor, I watched this and I was
We
in
love it.
watching this,
Yeah.
but realize, come on, the guy is a homeless guy on the street with a blanket over him. Along drives up on a motorcycle, a skeleton, and starts screaming at him. I've never seen a guy run so hard in my life down that road, and it was hysterical. But the guy was homeless.
Have you
It
seen?
was just like no filters, no nothing.
Another fun one to look up is the unexpurgated Benny Hill.
Oh,
Ben,
Benny Hill. We done a spin on. Me and my friend spent a whole weekend watching Benny Hill again, because that was everything over here, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you seen the unexpurgated where it's uncut?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, those
If
are-
we're European, we
yeah,
have
again,
no idea the shows we see over in the daytime.
yeah, it would never be on now, but boy, it was priceless.
Yeah.
And what was his theme song?
What
What was the name of it?
Oh,
Um,
I want to see if somebody in the chat gets this.
do you know what, you got me on that one now?
Yakety Sax.
Yakety Sax, that's it.
actually, I remember reading that too.
Yeah, over here,
George Washington, or no, Ben Franklin. Ben
It was
Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Ben
You're right. It was Ben Franklin that did want that.
Ben Franklin wanted the turkey.
there's over here we have shows that you wouldn't believe that are on in the daytime, raunchy stuff, and because we have it on all the time, it's we don't even take any notice of it. Do you know what I mean? So it's just there.
Life on page 3.
Yeah, but that's actually been taken off now. Page 3, Naked Ladies, and page 3 gone now. It's been gone years.
Got page 5 now.
Oh yeah, it's page 5. It's not
Page
not the
5.
same really. But there's a when we're going back to the comedy stuff, there's one in Canada. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called Just for Laughs. They are
yeah.
brilliant.
We've watched it.
Just for Laughs is fantastic.
Yeah. But there was another one with Chris Tarrant and Clive James. Now they were quite big. They were really obviously biggest TV icons, and they used to do this show with Japanese endurance. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Just look on YouTube, Japanese endurance, and the stuff they put people through is unbelievable.
I got another story about that. The sitting on the cactus in a diaper kind of things. That is a strict mandate that American military guys are not allowed to do that. You will never see. A couple of American military guys went on there, and it's so ridiculously shameful that they'd have people like sit in thin diapers on top of or squat over cactuses, and whoever could squat the longest would win. And they're like, you guys cannot go on any of these crazy game shows. If you do, we're throwing you in jail. So, you know, Takeshi's Castle was a nice, simple one, but they didn't want you to get hurt. But those other ones, I mean, literally, it's the most. Well, I'm trying to think of a tactful way to do this because this is family friendly. But oh God,
there was one.
There's a game in the Orient called Giggles. Okay, and they'd literally do this on the game show. There's Skip, you're an old military man. Is it okay if I tell a sort of shady military thing, a naughty thing?
Just try to keep it fairly clean.
I'm really trying. But you get a group of guys and you sit around a table, and there's 6 of you at the table. And a working girl comes over and deposits herself out of sight. And then they bring over the pitchers of alcohol, And if the owner of the club can detect who's being serviced, they have to pay for the round of drinks that night. And they'd actually do that on TV shows.
Oh,
You could stand up at a dais and that would be happening to you. And I mean, there's raunchy, and then there's this stuff that just literally you would go from having a working girl service you to squatting over a cactus in a diaper. And they were just brutal about it.
What he's basically saying, I've seen stuff like this before. It was never a TV show. Oh my Lord, no. The Zulu Warrior was one of the things that the service guys and guys did. We didn't have girls in the combat arms when I was in. You also had the Dance of the Flaming A-Hole.
Yeah.
And all kinds of weird stuff you do in the mess.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Soggy Biscuit out of Australia. That's a bad one.
Yeah.
The Soggy Biscuit, bad. I was Order of the Blue Nose when you had to go out on the ship deck when you went above the Arctic Circle and get sprayed with a hose. That was bad. And then when you went below the equator, you had to eat a cherry out of the fattest guy's belly button while it was stuffed in lard. Oh, that was a gross one. So, yeah, but the Soggy Biscuit's the worst.
These obviously all took in just fun.
Yeah.
But someone has to wake up in the morning and go, I got a game to play. You know what I mean? Can't play a normal game of cards. No.
Ookie cookie, yep. Ookie cookie.
I mean, how many guys have not drank a yard or drank out of a boot? I mean, my goodness. Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, mining tower. What is it? There's one up north in Alaska, I think, where they got the dead man's toe. And they actually, it's this thing's
the actual toe
inside.
Yeah.
And you have to drink the drink until the toe touches your teeth.
Really? That ain't right, is it?
Soggy Biscuit's still the worst, but I can't even tell you what Oogie Cookie or Soggy Biscuit is.
Rock Butcher says that's Dawson City, Yukon. Yeah. Oh, he's done it.
He was in the Marines, wasn't he?
Doesn't have to be a Marine to do some of the silly antics.
Well, no, but
I've never done Soggy Biscuit. I know that much. I laughed at it, but no, not me.
Yeah, those were the days. My goodness. What time we got here?
That is just ultimate peer pressure for you, isn't it?
Yeah. So just going to give a 10-minute warning, guys. 10 minutes, and I'm going to shut her down for the night.
Good timing because my battery is dying and everything, so I don't even have to check out. Let's see how many trivia questions I can beat Quuck at here. How do you pronounce that? Is it Quuck? Is it Swuck? Dale's too easy, so Quuck. What sound do you make when you've eaten too many White Castles and washed it down with cheap liquor? Quuck.
Yeah, I was saying over here, I don't know if you have the same sort of term. When you do that, we call it bath, and you call bath on a big white telephone.
Yeah. Or what's the sound Skipper's going to make in a couple weeks with a couple of diaper-filled old ladies on his lap?
No.
Yeah.
Not Skipper. He's on holidays.
Ho, ho, Quuck. No, I'm not going to say Father Christmas is going to throw up. You know, we got to pick on you. We're not going to pick on Santa.
It's going to be a magical time of the year, isn't it?
It's going to be tremendously magical.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with this. What's the only mammal with 4 knees?
Camel.
Yeah, camel. No, elephant. Sorry.
You're right. It's an elephant.
Sorry,
Rob,
Mr. Downgrade.
Oh, do we have a raid?
Yeah.
Raiders of the Storm.
God, that's a song, that isn't it?
What rum, lime, and sugar cocktail is named for a town near Santiago, Cuba?
It's a Cuba. God.
No.
Cuba Libre.
Yeah, Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre.
The daiquiri.
Oh.
Or the Cuba Libre.
Oh, the
Cuba
Cuba.
Libre.
Daiquiri, daiquiri.
Hickory
There's the link.
Dickory Dock.
Links in the
You have a great Thanksgiving, Neil.
What British colony has a famed jade market on Canton Road?
Well, that'd be Hong Kong, but it's not a British market anymore.
That's true. That's true. Again, this is dated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was finished in 1997.
Bet on that.
Shows
Bet
how
on
old
that.
my cards are. Who is C3PO's sidekick?
R2D2.
Let's say that 10 times.
Okay. What was Uncle Sam's biggest real estate deal?
The
Yeah,
Louisiana
probably
Purchase.
the Antarctic. Alaska.
No, it was a Louisiana.
Louisiana Purchase. That was basically half the country for $13 an acre.
Why do I keep saying Antarctic? It's Alaska. I keep want to say that. I don't know. Stupid brain. Yeah, I did a coin about that Louisiana Purchase. 60. Is it 16 something? 18 something? I can't remember now. 17.
What's the largest lake in Utah?
Provo.
Oops.
Or the Great Salt Lake, probably.
Yes, it's the Great Salt Lake.
Salt Lakes.
What's the term for space devoid of matter?
Oh, the Great Void. The black hole?
The black hole.
Black hole.
No, it would be called a vacuum.
A vacuum.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, it's a great void, okay. As he says.
What game challenges you to double and double out?
Darts.
Darts.
You see, I did that real fast to see if
That's
you could...
only the pub game, though.
Oh, hey, you're going to come across it eventually, but what pub game was made illegal in the mid-'80s in England?
Was it?
It's my favorite Trivial Pursuit question ever.
Sorry, what century did you say?
Is the mid-'80s, the mid-1980s. It was made illegal in the mid-1980s. Mr. T was actually famous for it when they did those bar bouncer contests on TV. But it was made illegal in the UK in like 1986. It was a pub game.
A pub game.
Yeah, it's
not a joke. You would think it's so ridiculous. You would think it's a joke, and it's not a joke. It's my favorite Trivial Pursuit question ever.
No, it's a drinking game.
Nope, it's not a drinking game. And I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with Dale's name in there, sort of, on his little name in front of him there.
Oh, Snake Eyes.
No. It's not an elf, but it's a little person. It involves a little person.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was way too young for that.
Dwarf tossing.
Oh, okay.
Dwarf tossing was an actual pub game.
That has to be up in
illegal in the mid-'80s. That is
my
favorite Trivial Pursuit question of all time.
We never ever did dwarf tossing in Canada. We did use them to set up our pizza and six-pack on. And then the elves took over, and you get 4 elves to 1 big pizza. It works really fine.
How tall is a Smurf?
About an inch.
It involves a fruit. The answer involves a fruit.
Oh, okay. 1 apple high.
You got the right fruit. You just didn't get how many.
Oh, okay. I don't. 2 apples.
Keep going.
A bunch of apples.
You just skipped it. It's 3 apples. Smurf,
Oh,
3
okay.
apples.
3 apples high.
3 apples high.
Okay,
When,
I don't know why.
when and where did the Smurfs first appear?
Oh. I know Father Abraham done a song for him back in the 70s.
It goes back a lot more than that.
Yeah, it goes back a lot further than that. Oh my gosh, it's got to be about the 50s, isn't it?
Spiru Magazine 1071 in 1951 and 1958.
All right, okay.
Spiru Magazine 1071.
Was it still Peo that did it?
Yeah, it's Peo that created him and Peo that did it all the way through. So Peo's family still owns the rights to it.
You should, if you've never listened to the actual song of the Smurf song, it's Father Abraham, the Smurf song. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to get a picture of him, okay?
Midget toss, yep. Dwarf tossing, yep.
That must have been something cut north because I don't remember hearing anything at that down here because obviously.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I can't believe I've done nearly another 2 hours on YouTube today.
Here you go, this Father Abraham.
Looks like a Smurf.
Here's one that's dated. So I'm going to say, what company was the world's largest user of silver?
IBM?
Nope.
Do you know, I'll probably say NASA.
I still would have thought IBM, so I'm clueless.
It used to be Kodak.
Oh, the films, yeah.
That makes sense.
What is Britain's highest military decoration?
Victoria Cross.
Or, yeah, the VC.
Correct.
VC bar and bar.
And do you know what the VCs are made from?
Yeah, a cannon.
Yeah, it's a 2 kilogram cannon lump. And there's 8 medals remaining to be stamped with a name, serial number, you know, the serviceman. And I can't remember there's 2 types. There's one for the Navy and there's one for the Army. Obviously, I think the Army and the Air Force get the same color, but they get a different ribbon color for the Navy. I know they get a crimson for other services, but the Navy, that's a different color, but I'm not sure what color it would be. I'm not sure if it's white or if it's going to be navy blue. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or royal blue, they would say.
Canada actually took the rights to have their own Victoria Cross a number of years ago, but they made the qualifications for the medal so difficult that you basically have to have it if you were killed.
Yeah, it is.
And they will not issue the Canadian VC. And there's a lot of guys I think deserve it.
There's a lot of people out there that deserve them, but they are harder to get. I mean, I'm not sure if there was. I don't think there was any served in the. I think the last probably one that was probably served is going to be back in World War II. I don't think there was any during the Korean War or Gulf War or the Afghan War.
I know the Gurkhas won quite a few of them. Rock Butcher, yeah, I believe that was correct. It's a captured cannon from Waterloo.
Yeah, it is. And there's only one company that makes them. They're only issued to make them. They got the Royal Guard to make them, or the Royal Seal, if you want to call it that one, to make them. And they've got 8 blanks available because there's only a lump of. And when they were saying, yeah, because the actual medal's worthless until somebody, a recipient, gets them.
Rock Butcher, I agree with you 110%. It's terrible. Yeah, those guys, NDHQ and the politicians, they're on my naughty list.
Yeah, the thing is, they're not there, are they? With what you guys do, you know what I mean? So, and to say and to take someone's deserving rights away is wrong.
What nuts are used in marzipan?
Oh, almonds.
Pistachios.
You were quick on that one there, Elf. Yeah, it's almonds.
Almonds.
Huh. What country is the setting of one of my favorite movies, The Bridge on the River Kwai?
Japan.
No.
Or is it Korea? South
I
Korea.
was just looking at Planet of the Apes up there. I got from the same author.
The Kwai is done by the British soldiers that were captured in Japan in World War II.
Well, yeah, their captives, their captors were Japanese, but where were they? It wasn't Vietnam.
I think it was Korea, wasn't it?
It was not Korea. You're shooting over.
Oh,
It was Burma.
Burma.
Burma. Oh, God, went over.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
The
All right,
strangest thing about that, though, about that movie, the bridge wasn't actually blown up. That was just for movie entertainment. The bridge is still there. There's 2 bridges, in fact.
Oh, yeah, we watched that.
Okay, last question. Where is Noah's Ark thought to be?
Turkey.
More specific.
I can't pronounce the name, to be honest.
Ankara.
You know what I'm like in my brain and names.
Mount Ararat.
Ararat.
Mount Ararat.
Yeah.
Great. Yep, there he is. Azarat. Yep, Rock Butcher's got it.
It's Ararat. Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you very much for coming out to the live feed today. I'm glad that my friend, my wacky old elf there, managed to get away from the football for enough time and tell me the bad news.
Oh,
and,
by the way, it's USA versus England tomorrow, guys. So good luck to you guys in America.
Whatever. England by 5.
No. The
Realist.
United States got a really strong team, and congratulations to Canada today. They played exceptionally well, and they put all the critics to shame. And don't take the loss as a bad thing, because you outplayed the potential champions. So it was a really good game when it was end to end.
Mm-hmm.
The defending was outstanding. They were, if they were another team, you would even think they were Canadian players. Honestly,
yeah.
The best defender I've seen out of any team. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to prove. Not like Costa Rica, just a quick cap, where they just go there because they know they're going to qualify and they don't even try. They got beat 6-0 today, and then you got a team like Canada, who hasn't been it for so many years, nearly 60 years, and they managed to get there, and they played their socks off, and fair play to them.
Yeah.
And
And
But I
happy
think you're going to qualify though for the knockout stages. Easy.
So with that, I say good night, everybody, and tomorrow on
Happy
CoinWorld.
Thanksgiving, guys. If I don't see you, and much love and respect to you guys, and thank you for everything you do, Skipper and Santa and Kyle.
Read down there.
Yeah. I promise I'm going to get this right by the January the 1st.
Sounds good. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Hold on for a moment.